This could be the biggest turnout yet, which is awesome. This is the 5th edition of the Perth Mobile App Developer Meetup.
My name is Ravinder. I work as a software team lead with Element Engineering. We are here to discuss on a few topics. One of those topics were PWAs, Progressive Web Apps.
The TLDR is it's a website or web app that feels like a native app. So who wins? It depends, I guess, on what you're trying to build. If you're running a bit more lean and you have prior web experience, PWA definitely makes sense because you've got all the tools you need to get started. A con is that you're still sort of at the whim of browser vendors and operating systems and their level of support.
So in the iOS 17.4 beta, they released an update that essentially disabled PWAs.
You very much have to worry about Apple chucking a tantrum, which is a little bit concerning. But they're only going to get better over time. Push notification support was a recent addition.
You want to make sure you know your roadmap because you don't want to be spending lots of time on a nice PWA and realizing, oh, now we have to build it in native anyway because of some feature we need.
Yeah, or you can just do both.
That's true, yeah. If you've got deep pockets, you just do both.
Just do everything.
When it comes to interacting with hardware like building IoT apps, it's not as performant as native applications. So native applications have these libraries that are built and supported by the Android platform itself or iOS platform, which helps you to interact with the hardware. Those libraries make it very easy for native applications to have that seamless communication and ensure that the security and transmission of data is always on top. But these libraries are not as developed for PWAs and hybrid platforms. That's why native application always performs better when it comes to dealing with hardware.
We do have a lot of things in the pipeline for the web, such as Bluetooth, USB, ambient light sensors, and vibration and haptics. But they're all under feature flags in browsers, so you have to go in and turn it on, and no one's actually going to have that stuff enabled. So we definitely can't rely on features like that at this point in time.
This is definitely one where if you want to know what your roadmap holds, some of these more like Bluetooth heavy kind of operations, then probably want to steer clear from PWAs initially.
So I would like to thank Adapptor for hosting this event, and that's a great way to interact with other mobile developers in Perth. It's a very good initiative, and I think it provides very good learning opportunity for every one of us here.